Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're actually going to talk about some changes to cards for October release. They actually decided to nerf a few cards, and we'll discuss them here. But let's check it out here. So, right off the bat, PDK is nerfed pretty hard, I'd say. From it costs 4 instead of 3, and its stat line is instead of 1-5, it's 1-3. Still gets full stats on Evolve. Council of Card Knights is a 6 cost instead of a 5. And Ephemera, our favorite little slacker, is now a 5 cost instead of a 4 cost. If you look through the win rates, obviously the top 2 are PDK, Aggro, Neutral Sword is also a thing still. And if you look at the top 3 decks with the highest usage rates, PDK obviously, Aggro Sword, and our favorite Dimension Shift sees a lot of use, just so they could try and counter, stuff like aggro. These are interesting changes. I think PDK maybe got hit a little too hard, but I'm not all surprised. I am kind of surprised that maybe they left Sybil the way it is, but Sybil's like one of those cards where if you touch it, the whole class might die, and that's bad card design anyway, but I don't really know what they do to fix that. So the Council of Card Knights change is interesting. I don't know if it'll see play anymore though. It might, because you do have Alwaida's command on 6 instead of that. You do get like similar stat lines in those 2 cards, but the Council of Card Knights just like, it has 3 different things you could use: Rush Bane, or not Rush, Storm Bane, and Ward. Any of those cards can swing a game for you, especially if you evolve the Bane to kill something big. But it'll be interesting to see if they still use Council of Card Knights over, say, Alwaida's command. So that'll be interesting. Ephemera was a card that I believe needed to be hit in some way. I don't think it'll see as much. It won't come out at like a swing point of the game, because going first with Ephemera, you can drop it on 4. You don't lose any tempo, really. I mean, you really don't, especially if you have board already, as like Aggro Sword usually does. So putting that at 5, I think, so that your opponent can at least evolve before that hits the field. Maybe they won't drop it on 5 because then it would just lose too much tempo. But I didn't expect Council of Card Knights. It is a powerful card at 5, and maybe that is why they hit it. It's just too powerful at 5. But I wasn't really expecting that. I was expecting the PDK and Ephemera, maybe Sybil, maybe they curb some of the Storm out of Aggro Sword, but obviously I think Aggro Sword is still going to be highly played, and it's still going to be very powerful. Maybe not 55% win rate as it is now, but... And PDK, well, obviously PDK I think is Vile's here now. Like, you Vile that right now. It's good, but it's not legendary good anymore. So I mean, it's gonna be popped by anything. Anything can kill it. Like a 2-cost Shield of Flame, 2-cost Hungering Horde, anything. You'll be able to just kill it right away. I do find it interesting that Dimension Shift is 3rd in usage, yet it wasn't touched in any way. I know it probably doesn't have high win rates. It never really does. It's just one of those, like, one of those decks that divides the community. Especially, if you watch my videos. But, I don't know. A card like that is just not good for the game. I don't like it. Where you just skip turns. Where a game where skipping turns is just, it's an unbelievably powerful effect. And when it goes off by turn 6 sometimes, I just don't like the card in general. I've never have liked it, even when the win rates aren't that high. So then they just go into the details. You can find all this at the Shadowverse website. They go into details on all these card changes. And so they say about PDK, as PDK Dragon suggests, this is the key card. You ramp up to overflow, and it just bodies your board. Bodies it so much that they have a 56.5% win rate. And they always want to keep the win rates as close to 50% as possible. Also, when going first and going second. That's why Aggro Sword was hit the way it was, because if you go first as Aggro Sword, you just body an Aggro Sword going second. The mirror match is not fair. So, Council Card Knights plays a pivotal role in Aggro Sword, which having the second highest usage and win rate. It also, yeah, I mean, it does. So Neutral Sword was the third highest win rate, and Council of Card Knights gets so much synergy off of a neutral package like Alice. So the fact that you can play on 5 Council Card Knights, and then if they don't remove any of it, or not all of it, you Alice, and it's craziness on the board. Ephemera, when going first, as I said, having an ambush follower just is extremely powerful. It can't be dealt with unless you play something that just targets the whole board, like Themis. It's just, and even Themis is 2 turns after Ephemera drops, so it's a hard card to ever deal with. And on 5, I think it'll be maybe more fair. I don't know if it'll see as much play though. They also go into Take 2. All those changes will be applied, and they say the dates for the next possible nerf or changes. If you've got PDKs, go ahead and vial those shits, because I don't see too many people playing it. It'll be alright, but I think Dragon will probably just go back to like wallet neutral Dragon at the ramp into like Isterfield, Sahak Wheel Engine, whatever. So, but that's all the changes for now. Overall, they're good changes, I think. Though the PDK change is kind of harsh, maybe. But I think they needed to be harsh to PDK in order to not touch Sybil. And that's their thing, is they don't want to touch Sybil, because it's part of the ramp package, and if you kill ramp, Dragon is dead. So as much as we all hate Sybil maybe, and we think its stat line is obnoxiously huge, it's probably a card that's never going to get touched, unfortunately. So, but that's all for today. If you got any comments, leave them down below. Let me know what you think of these changes, and subscribe for more content in the future. And we hope you all have a great day. Take care.